Welcome everyone to From the Stands, the Cool Pick Show. I hope you are doing well today. It's a sunny, glorious day, so it's a good time to get outdoors and get some activity in. But on today's show, we will be talking with Cam Hillis from the Guelph Storm, who is a Montreal Canadiens prospect. Before we bring Cam on, though, just want to give a quick shout out to our design team, Matt Creative and Matthew DeCastro, for the work that they do with the show, with all the logos as well. Additionally, too, for everyone that entered the contest for our sock giveaway today, we will be announcing the winner at the end of the show. So let's get Cam on and get going. Hey, Cam, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, buddy. Where are you driving to?
I got a tea time after this, so I gotta stay ready here.
Oh, what time's the tea time?
Like 6. I should be fine.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, we won't go past 5:30. Don't worry. We'll get you set up and on the driving range soon enough.
Perfect.
Appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. How is everything going without hockey happening right now?
It's going all right. Like, you gotta make do with the situation right now, but I'm obviously missing the rinks, and I've only been skating like once a week right now. Just don't want to peak at the right time, so I'm taking my time with things, and hopefully things get back to normal soon.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're entering July now, and I know that training camps are around the corner and everything, but we obviously have to stay safe first. So hopefully, like you said, we get things back to normal soon. So let's just hop right into it. My first question for you is, what was your passion behind wanting to become a hockey player?
Well, for me, like, just going back to earlier on in my life, like, as far as I can remember, I've always had a strong passion for hockey, whether it be watching, NHL games every night, or just working on getting better. I've always loved that process, and I think it's just kind of grown over time with, the friendships you make in hockey, and the places it takes you. You learn a lot from the sport, and I'm just grateful that I've been able to play it this long.
Now, learning about the sport and playing this long, originally started playing with St. Andrews College. What was it like to get started with the Guelph Storm after playing with St. Andrews?
Yeah, I had a great year with St. Andrews. I was there for 4 years, and I played 1 year on the varsity team in grade 11, and I saw a lot of development over 12 months, and I made the decision, reevaluated after 1 year, and I made the decision to go to Guelph, and I'd say it was the best decision I've made.
That's incredible. Yeah, and you had a great career with Guelph. You also got to compete at the U18 World Championships in Russia. What was that like for you to be able to represent Canada during that time?
Yeah, it's obviously a cool experience. Anytime you get to wear the maple leaf for your country it's a humbling experience. So it was a change of scenery in Russia. Like, it was completely different from Canada, the places we were, but it was a great experience, and I made a lot of great friendships there, and I was overall happy with the time there.
Now, what was one of the favorite moments about being in Russia during those games?
I think the fans were crazy, and they were surprising. They were happy with Canada. Like, they were cheering us on pretty good, over the U.S. and Sweden and those kind of teams. But yeah, it was a great experience, like I said, and it'd be cool to go back there sometime.
Definitely, and hopefully we get to see you back there again soon. Now, during the last season with the Storm, you were named captain. What was it like for you to, after your few years with Guelph, being able to be named captain and knowing it was your turn to lead a group of guys to success?
Yeah, it was super huge honor for me to see myself wear the C this year. It was a goal of mine going into this year, and we had a young group and a lot of great leaders on the team. But it was a good experience for me. I just wanted to grow into the leadership role and lead the young group, and it was fun doing that this year.
Now, obviously, the season had to get cut short a little bit because of COVID. But what was one of your highlight moments being a captain this year?
I think just we proved a lot of people wrong this year. We had a great year last year, and won the championship. But coming into this year, not too many people expected us to have a good year, and we turned a lot of heads, and we were in first in the Western Conference, I think, going into Christmas before the trade deadline. But we battled hard every night, and that's all you can ask for.
That's awesome, man. I mean, I got to see you guys compete when you came to Oshawa a couple times, so that was really cool. And it's definitely neat to see how much dedication and work ethic goes into playing hockey both on and off the ice. Throughout the season, you were able to, or you put up an astounding 83 points in 62 games. Throughout those points, you actually ended up earning the title of second in scoring on the Storm. How much dedication and effort went into being able to mark your name on that list for that season?
Yeah, like I had a good off season, I had a long off season, and put in a lot of hours in the gym, and I felt really good on the ice last summer. So coming into this year, I wanted to have a good bounce back year, and I was fortunate enough to play with some pretty good teammates, and had a good coaching staff that believed in me, and that's all you can ask for, just for the opportunity, and I tried to make the most of it.
Now, talking about those people that helped you push to succeed and lead you to where you got, talking about your personal life for a minute, all your hard work and the trips to the rink, there's always those that motivate you. Who was someone in your life that was a mentor for you off the ice that helped you push kind of to that success point?
I'd have to say my dad. I think just, as far as I can remember, he's the one who introduced me to the game, and I was fortunate enough to have a backyard rink growing up, and I spent many hours out there with him, shooting pucks, working on game situations, those kind of things growing up that you just have fun with. And, as far as I can remember, he drove me everywhere, and has been one of my biggest fans. So I'd say, without my parents and sister, I wouldn't be in the spot I am today.
Now, talking about driving everywhere, you actually grew up out in Durham region where I am. Were you in Oshawa or Enniskillen?
I'm in Enniskillen.
Enniskillen, okay. So what was it like for you to be able to get to the rinks? Did you have to drive kind of into Toronto for games, or how did that kind of set up for you at a younger age?
Yeah, so I started off playing my minor hockey career in Clarington. I was there until about Major Pee Wee, I think, and I made the switch to attend St. Andrews College in Aurora, and I then finished my minor hockey career with York Simcoe. So we played some tournaments in Toronto every year, and we got to meet the GTHL teams, but it wasn't too bad of a travel for us.
That's good. And I have to say, a buddy of mine lives in Enniskillen, right across from the general store. And I tell you, that general store, it has the best ice cream. So just got to give a shout out to them. What's it like for you now, playing hockey as a career? We'll get to Montreal in a second. But who was that one person for you kind of growing up that you looked to as a hockey player on the ice, being like, I like that guy's game style, or I like the way that he kind of performs on the ice? Who was that player for you?
I think growing up for me, when I started watching hockey, more closely, I think Mitch Marner was, a guy I kind of watched a lot. Just the way, he's so creative out there and plays the game at a high pace, and he's just exciting to watch. So he just has fun out there too, and that's what I kind of try to bring every night is, that fun and, and enjoy the game out there. So he's definitely a guy I've watched growing up.
That's cool, man. And yeah, it's neat to see someone like that and just kind of have that role model as well. Now, talking about Montreal and your pro contract, first off, congrats on that, because that's a huge accomplishment in itself. You just recently signed a 3-year entry-level contract with the Canadiens. How's it feel? What's the feeling for you right now, seeing that all the hard work that you put in between St. Andrews College, especially Guelph, and just seeing all of that pay off into a pro contract now?
Yeah, it's a nice feeling, obviously, but it's kind of just, another stepping stone. I mean, you can't get too satisfied with it. There's still a lot more work to be done. So take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, I'm happy they believe in me, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. But going forward here, there's a lot more work to be put in, and I'm looking forward to that journey.
Now, we had a fan question come in asking what your thoughts are about being drafted by Montreal, and also about if you have any fears kind of starting your career playing pro.
Not really, no. I mean, there's going to be ups and downs, everywhere you go. So it's just how you respond to them and make the most of the opportunity.
That's cool, man. Now you're going to be starting off with Montreal's farm team in the Laval Rockets. What are you most excited about in getting started whenever the new season does begin?
Honestly, I'm just excited to play a hockey game. Like it's been a while, and we've still got a few more months or however long this is going to take. But I think it's just going to be exciting to play an actual hockey game again, and it'll be a special feeling.
Now, out of all the hockey rinks that you've been able to play in with Guelph and in the OHL, which was one of your favorite OHL stadiums or rinks to go to?
Kitchener for me was probably my favorite rink to play in, just because the rivalry between Guelph and Kitchener, and I always got up for that, and Kitchener was definitely one of my favorite rinks I've ever played in.
That's really cool. It definitely has a nice. I got the privilege of going to Windsor for work earlier or in the later part of last year, and Windsor has such a unique stadium, and that's like one of my favorites for me. But it's just it's always cool to kind of hear what different rink options there are for guys and what their favorite kind of is to play in. And now during all of your games that you've played, I know you played a lot. Well, but what is there one game that kind of stands out among the rest with you?
I mean, maybe my first game in the league, like coming from St. Andrews, I didn't really know a whole lot to expect, and kind of getting my feet wet early. It was just kind of cool to put on the jersey and know where I was going to be for the next few years.
That's cool, man. And yeah, like I said, all about like congrats with the success with Guelph and with Montreal. And is there any advice that you want to share with those that are in minor hockey right now that maybe watching that want to eventually get into a pro career? And like, what kind of words of wisdom do you want to share with those athletes?
Honestly, right now, like the kids are young, just have fun and enjoy things. I mean, that's when hockey's most memorable, is when you're enjoying it. So enjoy your younger years. That's when hockey's the most fun, and it turns into a bit of a business as you grow up, but just enjoy as much as you can early on.
Well, I have to say, Cam, thank you so much for taking the time. Before we let you go, we do have one small business to take care of. I partnered up with a company called Sock Footage, where they make up novelty socks, and they donate for every pair of socks that they do donate. They do, donate a pair to the homeless. So we ran a contest over the last week since Canada Day, and we do have a winner for that. So Cam, if you want to announce who that winner is, that will be receiving a pair of socks.
Yeah, so congrats to Lindsay Raquel on your new pair of socks.
There you go, Lindsay. So congrats. You're actually going to be getting 2 pairs of socks for yourself, as well as 2 pairs to donate to the homeless, which is great. And we will be in contact with you to figure out the logistics of that. But yeah, Cam, thank you so much for taking the time and being part of the show. And we definitely look forward to seeing what we will see on the ice with Laval and with Montreal in the future.
Thanks a lot for having me on.
No problem, and good luck with your golf game today.
Appreciate it.
All right, take care.
Bye.